My brother's birthday is on the 9th of this month, so I've been thinking of what to give to him. So the thought of making a shirt for him came to my mind. So I went to the market to purchase 2 yards of this material to make this beautiful shirt. So guys, watch me and now I take you guys on how to make this shirt. Welcome back guys. So these are the measurements used for the shirt, which is the shoulder, the chest, the same as the bust, then the full length and also the neckline. So moving ahead, we start by measuring the full length, which for the back pattern we have 34 inches. So before then, we are going to be having a 3 days free master class. For those that are interested, please click on my description box to join this group. So moving ahead to today's deal, we measure the full length of the back pattern, which is 34. Normally the back pattern is always longer than the front pattern. Then we move ahead to measure 34 inches since the full length is 31. We have for the back we have 34 inches. So now from there we now measure the shoulder. The shoulder is 18 inches, but for here we measured 10 inches for the shoulder just to give us an heads up for the measurement. We measure 10 inches on the shoulder. Then from there we go down by 1 inch. After going down by 1 inch, then we connect the line, connect a straight line together to it like this. So we start by cutting out the pattern, the back pattern, where we have the slanted shoulder. You know our shoulder is not straight. That is why we are deducting 1 inch from the shoulder. We are going down by 1 inch so it can sit well on our shoulder. Moving ahead, for here now we make sure that we slant the shoulder part so well so it can be fitting and it can sit so well on the person. So moving ahead, we move on to the first thing we do is by ironing the pattern that we've already cut out so we can have a very safe cutting, like it will not stress us while cutting and actually make it more firm. So move ahead, we move on to the front pattern. For the front pattern, we are going to be using the exact 31 inches for the front pattern. So we mark out the 31 inches for the front pattern, then move ahead to measuring the full shoulder for it. Before measuring the full length, we measure 2 inches for the button button allowance. So we measure 2 inches for the button allowance so that it will not shorten our pattern, our material. So after that we measure the full length, which is 31 inches for the full length. Moving ahead, then we now start by measuring the shoulder part from that 31 inches. We measure the shoulder of 10 inches on the shoulder part, then slant it the way we did on the back pattern. Then after cutting out this pattern, we place this pattern on the back pattern. We place it on top of the back pattern like you can see like this. We place it, then make sure that after placing it, we'll now bring down the allowance left behind, which is the 3 inches allowance. We're going to be folding it to meet the front pattern like this. So moving on, we'll now start by measuring the shoulder. We have shoulder here. We have shoulder of 18 inches divided by 2. We have 9 inches. Then for where we measure 10 inches because of the sewing allowance, because we are going to be joining the sleeve to the shoulder, and from there we measure the armhole of 20 inches. We measure 10 inches, then slant it like this. Then for the chest region, we have the chest region is 40 divided by 4. We have 10, then adding 2 inches allowance, that is 12 inches in total. So we use 12 inches for the whole of the the pattern, the whole of the shirt. We use 12 inches all round like this. Then after that we cut out the armhole part, then moving ahead to the body part also. Then we come back to the front side of the armhole. Front side of the armhole is always deeper than the back side. Then we minus half inch from the front side. Then move ahead to the neckline of this shirt. So to measure the neckline of this shirt, because the neck is giving us 17 inches, we need 17 inches. So for the back, we measure 2.5 by 1.5 inches. Then for the front, we measure 2.5 by 1 inch. Then this will actually give us that 17 inches that we need. So moving ahead, now move it out. So for beginners too that do not understand it, before cutting out this pattern, make sure that you measure the whole neckline measurement before cutting it out, so you can use that to determine if it will be enough for the neckline, if it's actually the neckline measurement. Here I already measured it off the camera before using that neckline to get the 17 inches that we need. So moving on, we now move on to, after cutting the neckline, move on to measuring the sleeve aspect. So yeah guys, before measuring the sleeve aspect, if you have found any value in this video, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up by liking, sharing, commenting, and also subscribing to my channel. So moving on, we keep aside the shirt and move on by cutting the sleeve part. So to cut out the sleeve part, we measure what we be needing for the sleeve is actually 10 inches. So we added extra 2 inches for the folding and also the joining allowance at the upper part. So moving ahead, we measure 2.5 inches. Then from there we'll go down, then measure 4 inches downward, then measure our armhole for it. Then from here we connect all the lines together to the armhole part and also cut it out. So here now we are going to now cut out. So to do this, we are going to be using our Emmy gum to fold down the button allowance, which we start by ironing it first before placing our Emmy gum. So many will be thinking, what is the essence of Emmy gum? Emmy gum helps your clothes to look neater, to look firm, and it makes your work neater after sewing. So this is all what an Emmy gum does to your clothes. You can use the Emmy gum to achieve so many things, to make your dress look so perfect. So moving on, we're now going to placing this Emmy gum on the shirt, the button area, and also the sleeve area. So we now move on to the collar. And to measure the collar, we measured 3.5 inches for the length of the collar. Then for the breadth, we measure 17 inches as we needed. Then from there we go down by, we'll move up by 1 inch. From that 1 inch we measured 1.5 inches inwardly. Then before cutting it, joining it out to shaping the collar. And this is where we place the collar on the material, then ironed it to place out. Then you're going to be using this same collar to cut out the facing. After cutting out the facing, this is where you will now be pinning it down, ironing it together, and folding out the down part of the one facing the collar, the one that the collar is in it. So after pinning it down, this is how it looks after sewing it. Then you iron it to place it together with this shirt. So this is how it looks after placing it on your shirt. So if you like this video, guys, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up by liking, sharing, commenting, and also subscribing to my channel for more amazing video. Bye.